There we go. Hello. This is especially for my YouTube channel, Dimus 100. As you know, I own a Mk4 2020 Ford Focus ST, which has been mapped. I bought a Maxton map, operates from your mobile phone. 330 PS, which is up from 280, and also a whopping 515 Newton meters of torque, which is 380 pound-foot of torque, up from 420 Newton meters of torque, which I'd just like to point out that the new Golf R only has 420 Newton meters of torque, which the Focus has stock. Okay, she's front wheel drive only, so that's not going to equate in a brilliant 0 to 60 time, and I don't particularly care about 0 to 60 times. That is a neighbour's car, by the way. It's green. I've got a green one here, my orange one there, and a yellow one over there, so you might see those. But basically what I want to do is just give you a walk around. I'm not going to start the car or anything. This is just me saying hello and giving you a walk around, because I had a problem when I got this car, and this is aching. This is now aching my arm holding this thing up. I'll swap there, and I'll sit on the car. So I had a problem with the car in its looks, its aesthetics, big word. And lots of people have said this, that the Focus ST doesn't look aggressive enough. It does not. I believe this is down to Ford thinking that they were going to bring out the RS, which I would have traded this one in for, because originally I was after a Fiesta ST, not knowing that this one was coming out, and whilst waiting for the Fiesta ST, and it's a long backstory, I couldn't fit in one, an orange one of these appeared in the showroom, and I thought, oh, that looks nice, sat in it. Oh, it fits too, so I eventually got one of these, but I had to go through COVID, so I ordered orange. She's called Orange A330 ST. A330 after the plane, because it's like going through a checklist. And oh, by the way, this is the pre-glass cockpit, one could say, in plain terms. She's the old analog gauges, which I quite like, you know. Not that I use them anyway. This one, I opted for the optional HUD, heads-up display, which is a license saver, I can tell you. A number of times I'd have gone through a 30 zone and been clicked by a camera doing 40 or 45 is just too many to mention. So, yeah, you just see the speed limit, see your speed, and in the HUD you don't take your eyes off the road, you don't have to look in the dash, you can just concentrate on driving, and it's a great asset. And so Ford, with the new model coming out, or came out in September, it's got the digital dash, and that's a pigeon coming down to have a look. Do you want to see the pigeon? No, it's flown away now. With the new digital dash, you get the heads-up display as standard. A lot of people have said the heads-up display should be projected onto the windscreen. No, I don't agree with that. I like it being like a fighter cockpit, you know, it's on a glass screen in front of you. Yeah, anyway, that's that. So I had this issue. I'm going to have to change back to the other arm now, because this one's aching. This is not a phone, it's a 4K video cam with bits, and I don't want to drop it. So I had an issue with the looks of the ST not being aggressive enough, and also reminded me, strangely, and I've checked today, the Alpha SZ, but that car came out with a black roof, and it's now fashionable for cars coming out. I can't off the top of my head think which ones, but certainly the new ST Puma, is it, or something, that's got a black roof, whether you specify a pan roof or not. The roof is painted black. And there's also another one which has come out, oh shucks, Skoda brought out a new thing, that's got a black roof as well. Mine's got a black roof because it's a pan roof. As I said, I got every option on this one, including the CD player, God knows why, but I did get a CD player. The only thing I didn't get for this one was a tow bar, and as I said, I've since gone on, got her mapped, the Mountain map, which I prefer over the Dream Science map, because the Mountain map you get an immobiliser function as well. So if the car's parked up overnight or for a long while, you stick it in an immobiliser, she's going to go nowhere. Okay, yeah, the looks, going back to the looks, I didn't like the looks of the car. Wasn't aggressive enough for me. It was too plain, despite being orange. She looked bloated. As I said, like the Alpha SZ, that one only came out with a black roof. And she was red. But it looked, at the time they said it looked like a Dr. Martin boot. And that's what orange reminded me of. She just looked bloated. So what I've done is to put a Maxton's finest. I went for the bling factor on the Maxtons because they got flaps, and I've got a few other pieces to put on her. The rear splitter, not splitter, rear skirts, they're going to have flaps. I had a pair of rear splitters without flaps. For some reason, one of them got misplaced. It wasn't by me, and it was fortuitous because then they didn't get put on the car. Because now I'm going to have the ones with the flaps. And also I'm going to, and I never thought I would. I mean, when I bought this car, I never thought I'd mod it in any way. But yeah, it's a bug. It's got to me. Now I'm going to, I've ordered the canards. I think they'll just look the part, set her off, finish her off. If I give you a tour of the car and trying to explain, maybe you might see what I'm talking about. Okay, so here we go. So I'll just flip this over. So here is orange. I hope you can still hear me. And I'll try this as best I can. I haven't practiced this. If we go down to the front, here is the splitter, the Maxton splitter. I did wash and polish everything last night, but it's since rained. It always does. I'm in Plymouth. But as you can see, it carries nicely around, and we have these flaps on the side here, and they're very posh, just like you get on Lamborghinis, because with air and whatnot, they flex. It flexes, you know, so it lets more air in, more air out, whatever, blah blah blah. And there is, and I've looked, there is, it's functional, unlike the Type R. There is a channel for the air to go under through the splitter, which I guess is what the idea is. And although I didn't drive her at speed, driving her back from the great guys at Asbo Performance Motors, Asbo Motors Performance Centre, that's it, Asbo Motors Performance Centre in Callington in Cornwall. Great bunch of guys, and a lady, Jen. Shout out for Jen. Yeah, driving back from there, I swear that she felt more stable on the road. Maybe that's down to, well, not just down to the splitter, but the flaps as well on the side. So if I just, this isn't gimbaled, but if I just carry this around, so you can see how it looks, and then I'll come on to how I think it has improved the aesthetics of the car. So here's the side skirts. And as you can see, those two, I specified the flaps. This is black matte. I don't want fake carbon fibre, and I didn't want gloss, even though this looks like gloss. And you can't see the reflection there. Somebody said to me about the legality of this. I'm not sure, I haven't checked, but I think it looks quite smart. I don't know what you think. What do they say? Leave a comment in the comment section below. So yeah, so and you won't be able to appreciate it from this side, and I'm not going to explain it here. We'll go around to the other side. Around the back, see, this is where I'm going to get the rear splitter fitted here with flaps. So we'll have a flap here that will match this one nicely, I think you'll agree. Around the back, it's a stock exhaust. I've had this one of Maxton's diffusers fitted on. You can buy cheaper ones, which these are black. This is blacked, or this is black plastic or PVC or whatever this material is. I chose the more expensive option, so it stays the body colour and it fits nicely there. And as I say, the guys at Asbo Motors Performance Centre down in Callington, Cornwall, did a fine job on fitting all this kit. The exhaust is stock. It's 81mm diameter. I can't get anything to fit on there. I've thought about a cat back and all the rest. Well, I started thinking about a turbo back, but then the car would need to be uniquely remapped because it has the Mountain map. And she pops and bangs. She pops and bangs especially well now that I've got the cold air filter on her. I believe it's a Preamble ram air filter from CE UK. It works even if it's not a Preamble, it's the same style. And here we have the same down this side. It looks quite smart, I think. A lot of people said, oh, tacky, chavvy, this, that and everything else. No, it's quite subtle. And here we see the front splitter, which, as you can see, protrudes from the front of the car, unlike most splitters. And I think that works really well. So if I bring this camera up to the more conventional level, excuse me. So here we are. Now we come on to the issue of looks. The car doesn't look aggressive enough, or I thought, in my opinion. So I had as you've seen now, the front splitter, the side skirts, going to get the rear skirt on. And with this car, a lot of people say this car doesn't look very good anyway. Well, they see it in pictures. And it's really difficult to convey, but in the flesh looks so much better. But I hope you can get this on this video. Having the black all along here, and when it's finished off there and on the rear, really sort of slims the car down. It doesn't look orange bloated from the midline here, because I've also got the, as I said, the black pan roof. So I think now it sets the car off, really smartens her up, and it's discreet, it's subtle. Yeah, it's a body kit, but Ford should have produced this. Same as they should have produced her with 330 PS, but they didn't, because they thought they were going to build an RS, which I would have bought. Yeah, I went off tangent there, didn't I? And one more thing before I wrap this up. I got the Maxton spoiler extension. I was in two minds about that, because if you look at the profile, it's very upright, but it works. It works a treat. Goes nicely with the black pan roof, as you can see here, all nicely balanced, the black and the orange. and as we come out, fits nicely with the black along the underside. Yeah, I think she looks nice now. Yeah, there we go.